Last weekend, I had a little video go viral on the Clock app. It was all about my MESSIEST save file. A lot of people had questions about my settings and like how I made my game as messy as I made it. Part of it's imagination, but part of it is because y'all are not playing The Sims correctly, and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to make sure that you never get bored of your save file. Step number 1, make sure you go to your gameplay settings and have your Sims autonomy be all the way on. If it's not on, your Sims will literally just sit here and wait for you to make actions for them. You've got to make sure autonomy is all the way on. Your Sim would just automatically wake up and be like, you know what, I'm going to make a garden salad and somehow catch on fire anyway. They're going to wake up and have thoughts of their own, whims of their own. Like, they're just going to want to do stuff without you, and you have to cancel actions that you don't want to have done. Number 2, turn off auto age played Sims, okay? Because if you want to play a messy save file, you need to play with multiple households in your save, and you don't want to leave one family and then have them age up and die while you're playing with the other family. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I get like fixed on a Sim storyline and I'm just playing with this one family. I'm trying to get somebody to get famous and I don't have time to mess with my legacy save, and all of a sudden the family dies. Like, that'd be very, very frustrating. All your hard work goes in the trash can. So make sure that the auto age on played Sims is turned off. Next up, auto age unplayed Sims. Make sure that's turned off too. All my townies are interconnected, but it would be really hard for me to do that and maintain storylines in other households if everybody who I wasn't playing with was aging up all the time. Lifespan. Put the lifespan on short. Put the lifespan on short. You heard me. You still have Sims that are like in that age range for, I think it's like 28 days. Like, it's a long time. You can accomplish aspirations and all these type of things in the short lifespan. I say this because it makes your save more chaotic and it makes things move quicker. When it's like normal lifespan or long lifespan, it's just too long. It's so boring. Your Sim can accomplish so much, but like, it's boring. And also, do you really want to have toddlers on the long lifespan? No. So those are the gameplay settings that I have my game on. I actually have no CC and no mods in my game. I know. I'm playing raw. I haven't got mods yet because my computer, in the video, you can literally hear the fan going. So like, my computer's already like on its last leg, okay? But also, I haven't fully played every aspect of the game as is, and I want to kind of unturn every stone before I go ahead and add stuff with like CC and mods and make my computer slow down. You know what I mean? If I can stay occupied with the game with no CC, no mods, you can too. I mean, you don't have to, obviously, but I don't play with CC or mods. For gameplay, optimal gameplay, there's a couple packs that in my opinion you absolutely need to have these packs, because playing with base game, no matter how you want to swing it, base game by itself, it is kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie. You definitely need city living, for sure, because city living brings all these festivals into town, and your Sim can have like the romance festival. I love the romance festival because if my Sim has a romantic protagonist, we go straight to the festival, fast track the relationship, and then like 2 minutes, they're getting engaged. And I'm like, yes, I love it. Next up is Get Together. Get Together is such a slept on game pack, but like expansion pack, but it is so needed. Get Together makes having groups so much easier. You can have groups and clubs. You can have the PTA mom / stay-at-home mom group. You can have the popular girls at school. You can have like the losers. Like, you can have whatever you want, and like, it makes hanging out with your friends so much easier. You don't have to call each individual Sim or like create an event to party and stuff. You can literally just press start a gathering and all those Sims are going to show up at your house very easily. Also, that brings clubbing to the game, and like, I love sending my party Sims to the club. Like Don Lothario, all his cheating happens at the club, to be honest. He goes to the club, he meets a new girl, they dance together. Also, Windenburg is huge. It's a huge world. I think it's one of the biggest worlds that they have, honestly. And it comes with so many build stuff in Windenburg. Like, I really like Get Together. Like, it's really slept on. It's a really slept on expansion pack, but it's also essential in my opinion. And also, it has some of the best townies since the original game, because The other townies, like, they're all unless it's Vlad. Like, everyone loves Vlad, but like I don't really play occult sim type stuff. Like, I don't know that supernatural stuff at all. If you're not playing with the land grabs, the goths, the calientes, or Dawn, you gonna play this Party House. Party House is so messy. They're one of my favorite households of all time. It's like the British version of Jersey Shore, because I feel like one of those girls is literally Snooki. Like, you can't tell me that girl's not Snooki. Really? But anyways, they are messy. They're a messy club. And if you like to have cheating sims, definitely get your sim into the Party House Club, because they get bonus like points from romantic interactions, and they always flirt with each other and other people, and it gives them club points. So definitely join Party House because it's a good time. Even though people complain about it, I actually like the high school expansion pack, because now I can actually have storylines starting from teen sims, because right now kids, you can't do anything with kids, so it's just like whatever, they're kind of there. But with teens, I have these other aspirations I can accomplish with them, and I can also start the storylines early. Like, do they have a high school sweetheart? Are they gonna try to be famous? Like, what's the vibe here? I kind of get the vibe of like whatever sim I'm bringing up into the world, okay? Those are the packs that I have. I also have Island Living. I don't think Island Living is not essential, to be honest. I just have my sims get married there because it's like a beautiful beach. So I'm like, ooh, get married on the beach, girl. I almost forgot, you need the Get Famous pack. Like, if you're like me and you love celebrity drama, like, Get Famous is full of drama. The world is pretty small, but the amount of play that it adds, for me personally, is just like, it's astronomical. It cannot be ignored. I use Get Famous every time I play. So it's essential for me. The next way I make sure my gameplay does not get stale, I actually try to max out my Sims aspirations. So like, I used to ignore aspirations, but sometimes if I'm feeling stuck, if I'm feeling bored and I'm like, I don't really have anything to do right now, I focus on their aspirations and I get those checked off, because it's actually kind of difficult. Some of them are really hard, and I think I've only maxed out like one aspiration ever, because it's pretty hard actually. I also switch between households if I start to feel bored, because sometimes I'll be like obsessed with one sim household for months at a time. I get obsessed with one household usually, like right now it's Johnny, but then a few weeks ago I was obsessed with Don and his whole mess because I let him lead the Caliente household. So, you know, you never really know what you're in the mood for, and it kind of helps to have multiple households you're playing with in your save file, because one time I tried to have like a legacy household save, and I got bored. I really got bored. Like, it was fun for like a couple weeks and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Delete, new save file. My next piece of advice is don't ignore the townies. A lot of times people want to like make a brand new household and kind of just have their whole new Sims, like new storyline. Don't ignore the EA townies. Like, I know that Sims 4 is not, it doesn't have nearly a fourth of the lore that Sims 2 and 3 have, but they did put a little bit of lore into these characters' backstories. If you just click on the families and read the descriptions, they have descriptions, which can help you with your gameplay, because a lot of times I enter the game, I'm like, I don't really know what to do with these townies. They're kind of ugly. I don't know what to do with them, but like, they do have lore. It's just that because the townies in Sims 4 don't know anyone, which is like so annoying, you really have to play into the presets that the game kind of typed in but didn't actually do. So I'm kind of doing that right now. Like, I just leaned into what the game already gave me in the descriptions, and it's honestly been making for a pretty juicy gameplay. Make it interconnected. Make sure your households are interacting. Make sure your townies are actually meeting people when the neighborhood comes knocking and not just pressing the X like I like to do sometimes. Most importantly, know that it's okay to take breaks, because there's times when I play The Sims non-stop for like months and months, more like a month usually. I'm obsessed for like a month, and then I don't want anything to do with it. I don't touch it for a month, maybe two, and then I come back and I'm obsessed again. And that's okay. I feel like that's how most people play. So don't beat yourself up if you're like, oh, I'm not consistent in my gameplay or whatever, especially if you don't have a channel, because who cares? Pick it up, put it down at your pace, at your leisure. Honestly, you guys, I've been thinking about bringing my Sims Let's Play over here to YouTube because I have been putting it on other apps and people have been loving it. So I'm like, should I do a Let's Play on the channel? Let me give you guys a quick rundown on my Messy Sim save file in case you're out of the loop with me. Basically, Don Lothario, he starts off with the Caliente household, knocks up Dina, then he leaves. And he knocks up Bella Goth, okay? Him and Bella are at the house chilling, kikiing, and at first Bella's husband, Mortimer, thinks that Bella's pregnant with his baby because, of course, they just had a baby. He's knocking her up all the time, like, it's fine. Until he comes home from work early and sees Bella and Don kikiing on the back porch, and he's like, and so he's like, get the heck out. So he kicks Bella out, he divorces her. Bella is still pregnant, right? So she moves into that poor neighborhood where the BFFs are, and she gives birth to twins. And at first, Don is like helping out. He's there for a little bit until the twins kind of turn into toddlers. And he's like, you know what? I'm gonna leave. So then he takes Bella's money. And he buys a property back in Oasis Springs, okay? And he builds his Sims 2 bachelor pad. So he's there. He goes out clubbing in Windenburg and meets the party house crew at a bar one night, and the main leader, I think her name is Jade or whatever, she invites him to join party house. He does. They fall in like, because he doesn't love her, she loves him, but whatever. They fall in like. He gets her to move in with him, and he takes her money and knocks her up to seal the deal. So Jade is knocked up, moved in. They actually get married, which is actually insane because Don has a fear of commitment. I don't know why he would agree to marry her, but he does for whatever reason, right? And then get this, he's cheating on her with Dina Caliente. So he knocked up Nina, and now he's with Dina. And he's got a romantic relationship with the mom too. Let's not forget. So he knocked her up. And now he moved the blonde girl into the house. Jaden doesn't really know yet. But the other girl just moved in, okay? She moved in while Jaden was at work. Then Dawn and Jaden go out with Party House, right? And there's this guy in Party House. His name is, what's his name? I don't remember his name, but he has brown hair. And he's been calling Jade. He's been calling her every single day. And so Jade is finally, like, she's feeling a bit neglected by Dawn for whatever reason. He's not been a good lover to her. So her and this dude from Party House, they go off and have a little fun in the bush somewhere. Now she's pregnant with his baby. Dawn thinks it's his baby, but he doesn't really care because he's cheating on her with Dina, who he knocked up and moved into the house underneath her nose. Meanwhile, at the land grab household, Johnny Zest got kicked out of the land grabs and lost his inheritance because he told his mom and dad that he wants to be a comedian instead of going into the business like his mom. So his parents said, it's time for you to go. So Johnny gets kicked out and moves into a dusty, musty, crusty trailer and tries to get famous, right? And so he's been working hard. He just, through all his hard work, got to 2-star celebrity, right? And he tried to have this whole power couple, like, celebrity thing with Vanessa Jong, who's also on the come up. But you see, everything was going cool, but Vanessa was moving a bit too fast. She was like, I really like you. Let's talk about marriage. And Johnny was like, ew, I just met you. Get out my house. Get out my trailer. Bye-bye. So Vanessa was heartbroken, and so she was at the lounge chilling. She saw Bailey Moon there, and they were flirting, and she got Bailey Moon to leave his wife and newborn baby to move Vanessa to the hilltops so she could mooch off his fame and they could be the new it couple. And they're doing a whole rags to riches thing. They're building their own mansion, their own custom home, so they got a lot of work to do over there. Back to Johnny. So him and Vanessa broke up, and that's fine. He keep calling her for a little Netflix and chill, but she keeps saying, no, I'm good. But he keeps calling her all the time. And then he meets this girl, Zoe Patel, from the roommate's household, which I feel like the roommate's household is so New Girl coded. Like, that's New Girl, okay? That's New Girl in a different font, and you cannot convince me otherwise, okay? But anyways, he meets Zoe. They hit it off. They get engaged. She moves in. Everything's going good. They're 2 seconds away from the wedding. And then, for some strange reason, when they go out on the town and Johnny's doing his little comedy piece and Zoe's supporting him, she has a couple things to drink, and she flirts with Bailey Moon at the lounge. Johnny, of course, sees this. He's trying to do his set. He's trying to get fame. He sees his girl in the back flirting with Bailey Moon. He's pissed. He kicks her out his trailer. He says, bye, bye, bye. And then she moves her little behind back at the, into the roommate's household. Because, you know, Bailey ain't leaving his new girl for her. She ain't got no stars. At least Vanessa got 1 star. She ain't got no stars. Get her out of here. But yeah, and so now Johnny has 2 failed relationships, 2 stars, and $2,000 in his bank account. Meanwhile, the land grab said, F Johnny, Johnny who? We gonna replace you with a new son we just adopted. So they adopted a new son. And of course, they still have Malcolm's nasty, nasty self. Speaking of Malcolm, Malcolm is actually dating Cassandra Goff, and they're like 2 seconds away from becoming high school sweethearts, engaged to be a Goff land grab power couple, super large, rich, powerful family. Now, Nancy is very, very, very supportive of this union because she sees dollar signs. She's like, oh, the Goffs? They're the ones with that black mansion in Willow Creek? Yeah, go ahead and date her, Malcolm. Go ahead and date her. So they're kind of the new it couple of Degrassi High School. Oh yeah, by the way, Copperdale burned down, okay? Copperdale's gone, and we have Degrassi High School from Degrassi, okay? And Malcolm and what's her name again? Oh, Cassandra. They are like the popular kids at school, and they're dating, and they're a rich, rich power couple. So I think that about sums it up. I have not brought Bob and Eliza into the fold yet. I'm figuring out where they fit in all this. I might just leave them alone. I don't know. Also, Summer from the BFF household is mysteriously gone missing. She is deleted from the game, no trace. I had nothing to do with it. I think that Travis Scott and Liberty killed her. That's what I think, because she's missing. She's gone from the game, but those 2 are still in that house canoodling together. I think she saw something she wasn't supposed to see, and Miss Astronaut Liberty and Mr. Tech Guru Travis conspired to get rid of our cooking queen. Stay tuned, though. Let me know if y'all want to see it.